Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Sunday, May 29th. We weren't sure we were going to be here a couple of days ago on this Sunday, but here we are. Game 7, Eastern Conference Final, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat. You know what it is? The NBA said, you know what? That Pub Hub show is just too damn good. We can't have them off for a full week. It's too good. We got to put a Sunday game and a Game 7 on there for these guys. I mean, we can't go Friday to Thursday without a show. So that's really what it's all about. But now, final. Boston, Miami, Ian Cameron, we should have Skee Profit momentarily, but Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham in the house, ready to break down a big Game 7. Let's get right to it. It's the game that everybody's excited about here. It's a Game 7 to go to the NBA Finals. You know, it really doesn't get much better than that. Boston Celtics, Miami Heat. This line opened, Boston 2.5-point favorites on the road, up to 3 now in most spots, and this total opened 200 all the way down to 196.5. Is this 2022 or 1992 with this total? I'm not so sure about that. This looks like a total from 30 years ago in the NBA playoffs. Like 196.5? You almost can't believe your eyes when you see it. I mean, where this total is. But the thing is, this is Game 7. We know long-term in the NBA playoffs, Game 7s trend to the under. You know, the long-term numbers back that up, and most Game 7s end up staying under the total. So that's a big part of why the numbers come down here. And when you factor in that, you know, and I like the over in Game 6, but I thought it was a perfect situation for the over. You know, you had Miami with an all-time horrible back-to-back games shooting the basketball. You figured someone would have to go off and have a big game, and obviously that was Jimmy Butler in Game 6, scoring over 40. You knew that, you know, there's going to be some better shooting at some point. You got it in Game 6. Boston obviously had a decent offensive game. There's some better pace to that game as well. Ended up going over the total in that one. So definitely something to keep in mind. I also think, too, when you look at it, the pace was quickened. That's probably not going to be the case here. I think it's going to be tough defense. It's probably going to be everything's going to be contested. You know, I could see this being an ugly type of affair where you get 3-4 minute stretches with no points or maybe just one basket, because these are two very good defensive teams. These are two elite defensive teams, and it is a Game 7. We've seen it obviously trend under. So, you know, I don't want any part of the over tonight in this game. No one, but at the same time, under 196.5 now. That's a very, very low number, but we could see something like a 97-80, you know, 97-90. 97-92. I really could see that kind of final score tonight, you know, where it's in the 180s or barely reaches 190, you know, because these two teams are good enough defensively and the intensity is going to be at such a high level. Winner goes to the NBA Finals, losers done, you know, that you could see some hell of a defensive masterpiece here on both sides. So I understand the love for the under, but I don't know if I could take it now at 196.5. As far as the side goes, look, I'm not going to overthink it or overcomplicate it. What's been cashing in for me every friggin' game here in the playoffs? What's been cashing? It's Boston off a loss. That's what's been doing it. That's what's been getting it done. And I had a sneaking suspicion Miami was going to sneak up on Boston in Game 6 and compete in that game. They're too prideful. They have veteran players. The leadership of Jimmy Butler. He wasn't going to let them go quietly into the night and lose Game 6 or get blown out. I knew he was going to not knew he was going to show up, but I knew the team would show up. That they're not going to just get eviscerated for a third straight game by Boston, and they showed up. But now it's Boston's time to show up. Boston's been perfect off a loss here in the playoffs. They've been absolutely phenomenal in this kind of situation, and I think you're going to see them get the job done here. And I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to just go money line here with Boston. Minus 150 is the price with that. Boston off a loss. How good is it? I think it's, what is it now? 12-1 straight up, 11-2 against the spread. I think perfect straight up in ATS off a loss in the playoffs this year. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I still think, in my heart of hearts, even after Game 6, Boston's the better of these two teams, and they're going to get their way into the NBA Finals. Can we really, let's be honest, too, Jimmy Butler single-handedly carried on his back Miami to victory in Game 6. Can he really do that again? Can he really? And he might have to. Do I trust Kyle Lowry to make shots? He made a few more. He made a big 3 in the 4th. I'll give him credit for that before he fouled out. But can he make big shots? Can Max Strus make big shots? Can I get something offensively? Is Tyler Hero going to play? That's a big question. It's going to be a game-time decision. I'm not sure about those things. And you might need a big game out of Butler. And I know Boston's defense is smart enough to key in on him after he ripped them apart in Game 6. So where is that secondary support coming from for the Miami Heat offensively if they focus in more Boston on Jimmy Butler? That becomes the question. So I'm going to go with Boston here, minus 150 to win Game 7 on the road and get to the NBA Finals. Dutch, let's turn to you. What do you think? Game 7, Boston, Miami.
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I'm hitting this plane, a triple burger. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. That's the GMO cross with the motherfucking Han Solo and the Donnie Burger. This right here is pretty nice, man. Get you right where you need to be on the early morning tip. Moses, I see you, my dude. Appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you showing love for us being here on a Sunday, man. DMCK, I see you, my dude. Champagne and OJ. I could go for one right now, my guy. Right now. AOD, I see you, bro. Big salute to everybody in the chat. Retweet the video if you would. Muchly appreciated. But yeah, man, this game, I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not think we would be here today. If you watched the show on Friday, I said, see y'all motherfuckers in a week. And God damn it, I was wrong. To be honest with you, this game's close, man. This game is real close to me. I get it. I really get what Bobano's saying. And coming on here, I ain't placed a bet on this game yet. I got the South Beat vibes going, And I told the wifey, find the hat, find her little hat that she got. She can't find it. So that might be a sign, bro. I'm like, that's how close this game is to me. I'm going on. You can't find the hat. Oh, fuck Miami, man. It's that type of vibe. You see, I got the green close too, bro. I just don't know. I'm telling you right now that I do feel this is my first instinct. I'm going to tell you straight up. +3 home dog at the house, Game 7. I'm Heat. Shit. Eric Spoelstra 4-0 in elimination games. I don't think I could go against that. That's just my first thought, to be honest with you. But Bono talking some good shit, and I did think the Celtics would win this series. But I thought the Celtics would close this out last when there was 8.5, 9-point favorites in Game 6. And they gave these motherfuckers a chance to live, bro. And now it's back at the house. I don't know, man. I just don't see. It might be 3 for a reason. It's the same kind of vibe as we had, I believe, in Game 5. Where the line was going up 2-3, the money was coming in on Boston, and it was clearly a Boston side. That could be the same situation here. But I can't help but to think that the Celtics gave this game away at the house. You 8, 9-point favorites, and you don't close it down. I can't help but to think you're going to come back and regret that shit, bro. I mean, you've got to win that game. But you mentioned, you touched on it, Bobano. You're not gonna get 47 from Butler again. 47, 9, and 8. I mean, Kyle Lowry was MIA the night before the game 5, Game 6. He's vintage Kyle Lowry. He had 18 and 10, +9 on the court. Strus, hey, we found the motherfucker. Went 5 from 12, had 13 points. Now he's back at the house. Probably feeling a little bit better. The bench didn't really show up. You got 22 from Derek White, 30 from Tatum. JB had an okay game with 20. But, I mean, it wasn't like everyone just played like shit for Boston. Miami went in there and punked them from start to finish, realistically. So now you telling me I got to lay 3 on the road with the Leprechauns? I don't feel comfortable. If you force me to pull the trigger right now, and like I mentioned, I have not made a bet today. I'm really just trying to chill and enjoy the Sunday and probably just kick back and watch this game. Maybe find a prop, But the more and more I look at it, the +3 is very appealing. I seen there's a 3 out there. And I think the routine players, Strus, Tucker, I think all these cats will play big tonight. I think they'll play big tonight. And all I can ask for to the NBA gods and all these motherfuckers out there, can we get a good Game 7? Can we get a crunch time Game 7? Can we get it down to the last possession and let the better team win? Because we got a 7-game series here, and now one of these motherfucking games have been watchable. I mean, am I lying? That's all I'm saying. So if you put a gun to my motherfucking head and we playing roulette, hey, I'm going with the home team, the home dog. I'm going with Spo with the record 4-0 in elimination games. But hey, this should be a hell of a basketball game, and I hope as a fan that we get that today. And I hope we all cash on what we're doing. But as of now, I've not pulled the trigger on this game.
Yeah, it was nice to at least see Game 6 of this series. It was a close one, battle.
Yeah, it was about 3 quarters, right?
Yeah. That was refreshing to see that. And again, we haven't seen enough of that so far here in the playoffs this year. All right, Wham, what do you think here? Game 7 for all the marbles.
Yes, such a interesting series, such an interesting season for both of these franchise. Um, you know, only could think that these both will be, it's one of the matchups that we get to see for future to come. You know, seeing that they are pretty competent as building rosters here. So, this may be the time to move over Jimmy. This may be the time to just move over Kyle Lowry. He did do it last game. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, like Rubano talked about, I mean, and Dutch talked about it. I mean, vintage Kyle Lowry, bro. Bro, get this, man. This is the craziest stat I believe I want to mention up here with you guys as far as the touches, bro. So obviously, Jimmy is going to get the most touches, but no, 88 touches. He got 91 touches. Kyle Lowry did. 91 touches. They let him run this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that last three, like you mentioned, I think it was Babano or Dutch. One of you guys mentioned that three, bro. That was worth the reason for him. You get him. He really got this game 7 in here, and all the freaking antics on the fucking after he got fouled out, bro. Even a little flinch, and looks like he touches Horford on that three in the corner. Seems like this is all the stuff that's going around with this team. They've been touching. Marquise Morris been cheating as well. Both of all those guys been out there just really all on the court. Yeah, and really, Jimmy Butler. I had this argument with a Heat fan on Twitter. I told him straight up, man, the only way y'all winning is Jimmy get 40, bro. He got 47. You know what I'm saying? And the ref still had to cheat at the end. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I feel like this is I ain't gonna say it's a no-brainer because ain't nothing promised. Celtics could pack this shit up. They shown that they can't close at home, but they shown that they could win on the road. 2 of the 3 games in Miami, they won. So why wouldn't I believe that they could win 3? I believe this team has been able to beat this team in Miami as well. Just like recently, like this core group, they've been able to beat them as well. I forgot the stat, but I want to say it was like 11 and 6
like
or something like
14-2
this. Yeah, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I didn't have that available. My fault, y'all.
I've seen that though. It's pretty impressive though. It's in the double digits.
But all that being said, we have to really talk about Max Strus. Max Strus, he was 49 touches. I had to bring this up too because I'm like, I looked at the stat. I'm like, wait a second, Max Strus, he's the third guy because it really is Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, then Max Strus. You would think that it'd be Bam or something, but Bam is a no-show when Robert Williams is in the lineup. Robert Williams in the lineup, Bam is a no-show. But when he's out the lineup, there he is, Akeem Dream. He's out there doing everything. I really believe that Tyler Hero, I really believe he probably ain't gonna be able to affect the game as much. Shooting 7% for the field from 3 in the games that he did play. That's pretty bad, bro. I mean, he has to only do better. There's only one way up from here. He can only impact the game a little bit better. You know what I mean? Especially if you could think about it. He's getting 20 points a game in a regular season. And if he gives you that right now, that'll be such a big boost. That'll allow Jimmy to, you don't have to give you 40 now. He can give you 27, 28, something around there. And they can still pull this game off convincingly just with a few lucky shots or a few timely buckets from their collective cast there with PJ Tucker corner threes, things of that nature. This is a tough game. The only way I lean towards Boston, bro, is because they're younger. It's their time. It's just only right for them to win. And like I mentioned before, I can't stay away from the Larry Bird trophy to get to Jason Tatum. I can't stay away from that, bro. Like, this is his trophy to have. I feel like if you really want to make that next step in being a superstar, this is what you really have to do. So if it's going to be game 7, he has to have a crazy performance. I think that's going to have to happen here. So I'm going all in, bro. I'm on Jason Tatum over 28.5 points. And I'm on the Celtics money line, bro. I think that he'll be able to get 30 points. Celtics win. I'm trying to look and see if they give that offer as a combination. But yeah, that's what I'm on there. And then also, I'm going back to the will Marcus Smart, bro. Marcus Smart, he was one of those guys, bro. 79 touches. You know what I'm saying? He's still going to get the usage. He's still going to be able to get the potential assists. It's just some guys just haven't been able to pull it. It's been a lot of those potential assists that he threw to Derek White, and Derek White made and create offense on his own. So I think Derrick White wanted to show that he was a creator just as much as Marcus Smart last game. So maybe it gets back to Marcus Smart being able to get the assist. So I did take the over 5.5 assists. That's not an official play there, but I'll just let y'all know that's another prop that I did take. But I'm on the Celtics, man, and minus 150. I wouldn't be scared to pull that as well.
I like a lot of props. This is going to be a good prop game for me. Yeah, go ahead, Dutch.
But Waldo, just real quick though, the real question is because the chat's on it. Hey, Scott Foster, who that motherfucker backing tonight? That's the
y'all
real
know that's
question.
my boy. Y'all know Scott is my boy.
Man. So we need to go, to the dude who got him on dial.
Talk about it. Yeah, talk about it.
Who's Scott Foster? Are you gonna be on the Celtics team, my man? Okay.
We got to watch out. And Capers, his buddy, is going to be on that crew tonight. Capers and Scott Foster.
Guthrie too. This is all-star cast.
It is. Yeah. He's been around a while as well. I think Mr. Malloy is there as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's David Guthrie, James Capers, James Williams, and Scott Foster. Those are your 4 referees tonight. So should be interesting. I like a lot of props. Starting with, I'm going to go to the Wham bag of tricks here with Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists. Look, I know the last 2 games for Marcus Smart with the assists, 3 and 4. He fell short of that number. He's got to step it up at the offensive end. We know he's going to give you great defensive end. I think it's going to be more, hey, facilitate, find Tatum, find Jaylen Brown, pass it over, give them the good look. So I think you're going to see him get back to that 6+ assists tonight for the Celtics. I'm already on what Wham said, Jason Tatum over 28.5 points. And I'm on his over PRA as well. Points, rebounds, and assists over 41.5. I'm going to go with that. Last 3 games for Tatum, 44, 43, 43 for points, rebounds, and assists. He's gotten over 41.5, 3 straight games in this series coming into game 7 tonight. So, and he's going to be the guy. Look, if Boston's going to win this game, it's going to be a monster Jason Tatum night. Simple as that. And I think definitely you're going to see him, elevate, rise to the occasion. And I'm even going to go a step further with Tatum here. And I'm going to look toward a little, and not every book has this, but the triple-double for him tonight. The double-double, I should say, plus 300 for Jason Tatum. I'm on that. Plus 300 Jason Tatum double-double. You look at the numbers. He had a double-double in game 5 in Miami. It was game 5. He had the double-double, 22 and 12. He actually almost had a triple-double last game. He had 39 and 4 in the game 6 loss against Miami. So he's been flirting with the double-double last game, and he had it the game before, and you can get plus 300. Am I seeing that right? I bet 3. Yes.
Yeah, and he's averaging eight rebounds this series, so I love that look, bro.
Plus 300. At that price, you got to put a couple bucks on it. That's the way I see it with that. It's definitely worth it.
And listen, Van Lee in the chat says, Tatum is Robin, not a Batman. I've seen enough. And then Brandon right below says, LOL, Tatum is to go.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, this is a spotlight game for him. This is where we're finding out, is Jason Tatum ready to become a borderline superstar? Right? We're going to find out tonight.
I like these props with Tatum. I mean, he's shown that he's very well capable. But I will say, this motherfucker bipolar is goddamn like my step motherfucking mama. Hey, he's bipolar, but he's so nice, bro. He's so nice. But then other nights, it's like, what the fuck happened to you, bro? You can't control it. JB to be the same way though. He has he has problem dribbling the basketball, it seems. But just real quick, no props for me. But I can't help but this. This joint got me seeing things, and I'm seeing Oladipo and Strus, bro. I think he probably 3-pointers, over 3-pointers with the Strus. I think it's at 2.5. Not that juiced. I think he's found his shot. I think he'll get comfortable at home and he'll prove it. He's worked so fucking hard to get to this point. Don't go out like that, Strus. And then Oladipo, same thing, man. It's only right, like my man Wham Bam would say. All he's put in. This is your guy. You've been on him all fucking. I'm really just going off of what I've seen. But he's due. Game 7 at the house in Miami. He gonna score some points tonight. Those 2 guys, I believe, will show up. Not saying Miami will get it done, but man, we getting to the number 1 overall seed, I believe, at the house. 3 points, game 7, with I believe the better coach. It's kind of, I don't know. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
No, no question. It's not easy.
And I like Marcus Smart points, rebounds, and assists. I believe it's down to 21, 22 now. It's dropped from when we were hitting it at 25.5 because Bobano's touched on it. And my guy Wham, he's kind of went down a little bit with his numbers, obviously due to his injury. But 21, 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists If you like the Celtics, Marcus should get that.
Yeah,
My bad up on him. Yeah.
No, it's all right. Good. Throw out some props. That's good. That's this portion of the show. We want to, and I'm not usually, I haven't really had more than a prop or two in a lot of the games, but I like a lot of the props tonight. I do. I like assists over for Smart. Like I said, Tatum, I'm going to go over points, rebounds, and assists, and a little sprinkle on the double plus 300 for him. Derek White, I don't mind going back to the well with him over points. I mean, that was a big prop for me the last game, and he had that huge performance coming off the bench for the Celtics, and they've still only got him lined at a reasonable, he's 8.5. I know he's on the road tonight and not in Boston, so you can't expect him to go crazy, but still, you're talking about Derek White having 22, 14, and 13 in the last 3 games, and the last time they were in Miami, he had 14. So he is capable of having a decent offensive night in this building. So that's definitely a prop that interests me as well, to go back to the well with Derek White in this game. And as Dutch mentioned, if I'm going to trust someone other than Butler, I'd maybe rely on Oladipo. He's now, because what do we always say? Secondary players, role players. That's what he kind of is right now, Oladipo, role player. That's where he is at this stage of his career. They shoot better at home. We've seen that at times from Victor in this series. You look at the home numbers. Remember, he had 14 in game 2 of this series. We know he's capable. Against Philadelphia at home, he had 13 and 19 in 2 of the games in that series. And all you need from Victor Oladipo is 9 points. 9 points to go over his point prop. Give me 3 threes. Give me 2 threes and a couple of twos, and there it is, over the total. It's not like we're asking him to make 7 or 8 field goals here.
Right.
Just a few, and you'll be able to get there with that. So that would be the one I'd be interested in for Miami. And Butler is going to try to duplicate what he did in Game 6, but will he? Because not only less than 100% to put that kind of performance on the board, but fatigue factor, right? You played a lot of basketball. Do you have the stamina? Do you have the energy in you to play and make those shots like you did in Game 6? That's going to be something to watch for tonight for Jimmy Butler tonight in this Game 7. Great stuff. A great analysis. It's going to be a fascinating game. Winner faces the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals, which will tip off on Thursday night with Game 1. And that'll be the next Pub Hub show following this one. So make sure you join us Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It'll be the regular crew on Thursdays. It'll be me. It'll be Dutch. It'll be Wham. It'll be Daryl. Daryl will be with us on Thursday. We'll try to maybe get in Connor Mack if Jay Money's around. Maybe we'll see if he can join us. So it's going to be a huge panel. It's going to be the pub's going to be even more people at the bar than normal at the pub on Thursday. So it's going to be a fun NBA Finals show, series preview, Game 1. We'll talk all about that Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern right here on Pub Sports Radio. All right, hit that like button. 144 live viewers. Make sure you hit that like button. We appreciate it.
Oh.
These guys got jokes. Oladipo over 2.5 bricks from 3.
I like that. I like that look a lot. Just to elaborate on that before we go kick off, though, I think it was really about those free throws, man. Like, he only had 4 free throw attempts like last game. The last game it was in Miami, only had 2. In Game 2, he had 10 free throw attempts. You get somewhere around there, bro, he for sure is going to go over that number, man. I love that look.
Yeah, definitely. It's good. It's like I say, you're right. I like Derek White. Someone asking about Derek White, that they might stay under. I like Derek White props a lot more the last game. I'm just saying I don't hate looking at over 8.5 with him, because, again, all he needs is a few baskets. He can get there for you.
Yeah.
But I do think Tatum is going to have the ball a lot. I agree with you there 100%. And I think he's going to hit 30. If Boston's going to win tonight, he's going to get 30 points. And all you need is 29. 28.5 is his point prop. And I think the 41.5 over gets there with his points, rebounds, and assists for Tatum as well tonight.
You guys like any my bad, but when James Lill talking, he asked about the first quarter. I don't have a look. Do either one of you guys got a look on this first quarter?
I think Miami first quarter, believe it or not. I think Miami with the momentum off Game 6, feeding off the home energy, whatever home energy there is in Miami. Some people will say it's not the best home environment, but yeah, I think first quarter I'd lean Miami. Even though I like Boston in the game, it could be a sluggish start early.
All right, good shit.
And that's the way I'd lean there, is first quarter with Miami here. All right, good stuff. There he is. I think that's about it. we've said our piece regarding games.
Yeah, we don't got no WNBA, Mr. Woo Woo Woo. It's a peaceful Sunday. I miss my guy Skee. I don't miss that shit, man. No,
Actually, we do have 2 games, but I can't tell you shit about them. I can't. New York, Seattle. The money's come in on New York. Maybe that's a good live dog. Maybe.
We're up to.
I think, I think you hit the video off.
I'm glad he was able to take his girl out to eat though on our guy Skee.
Oh,
hey man, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, Kenny.
Good shit.
I lean New York. I look. Don't like hold my feet to the fire with these 2 opinions, but I'd lean haven't what I've seen, and like I haven't even watched much. But New York is probably got a chance to compete against Seattle, getting points, and LA, Minnesota 2-point favorites. I don't know how good Minnesota is, but I know for damn sure LA struggled, and they don't have a very good coach in Derek Fisher, who we keep ragging on. So
yeah, we
got to look at
Minnesota. He just wanted to get that. I think he just wanted to say that there.
That's so. My non-expert opinion on WNBA, I lean New York and I lean Minnesota in those 2 games. So there you go. That's
Ram Bam. You got some action?
Some Liz Cambage shit came out regarding her. I believe she said some crazy shit about the Nigerian players or some shit like that or whatever. Came out, so it's a backlash on her for sure. So, and it doesn't seem like she's the same dominant. So I think Skee already mentioned that. So I probably will be looking to fade the Sparks, bro. They're just not a good team there.
Yeah,
that's Minnesota. The only way I would be going.
Yeah, I think
fade the Sparks. I kind of already know that. Just like I swear, just from a little bit, I'm like, okay, we fade the Sparks. That's why I like to pay attention to teams we fade. You know what I mean? Especially in shit I don't like.
The thing too with Miami, going back to the first quarter, first half discussion, they've had good first quarters and first halves. In this series, look at Game 5 at home. They played well in the first quarter and in the first half. The last time they played in Miami, obviously good. Game 6, they came out strong. First quarter, first half against Boston. So first quarter, first half has been their thing, especially the last couple games. So that's why it strengthens my opinion and stance that if I were to look at a first quarter, first half, I'd take Miami. I think Miami's up by like 5 or 6 at halftime, if you ask me. But Boston's still very much live, and I think that's when you see the Celtics push in the second half, and I think that's when they'll come back and ultimately win the game. Should be a good one, though. We're looking forward to it. We got Dutch's freshest look. We got our best bets coming up. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke. Manscaped, promo code PubSports, 20% off. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product, 20% with promo code PubSports. MyBookie.ag. Again, we've got NBA playoffs, the NBA finals later this week, NHL, Stanley Cup playoffs, conference finals coming up. I mean, Oilers Avalanche in the hockey is going to be amazing with McDavid and McKinnon. I can't wait for that series in the West. That's going to be fire. NBA, of course, MLB, UFC, USFL. It's all going on. WNBA. Make sure you sign up for an account. MyBookie.ag. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit as well. MyBookie.ag. Promo code PubSports. All right. Best bets. Dutch's freshest look for Game 7 Eastern Conference Final. Winner goes to the NBA Finals to take on the Golden State Warriors. Wham bam. What do you think for best bet?
Yeah, best bet for me, man, is going to have to stick to what we know, what we talked about early on this year. Fell off early on the year. Came back up with the best team so far in 2022. It's going to be the Boston Celtics. Took it at -140. Right now, you're getting -150 money line. Also, I'm taking Jason Tatum over 28.5 points, -110. So give me the Jason Tatum over 28.5 points and Celtics to win the game.
There you go. Celtics to win money line and over 28.5 points. Jason Tatum, best bets for Wham for Game 7. Dutch, here we go. Freshest look.
Yeah, man. I hate to do it because it's Game 7. Last game for a week, but I ain't placed no bet yet. So what the fuck am I really gonna give y'all? So I mean, shit. I guess the freshest look. I will say this though. You don't just because it's Game 7, it's a basketball game. Don't force a bet.
Yeah.
Not saying I won't do that shit, but if we stick to our rules and we are disciplined, we don't have to bet every basketball game, even though it's Game 7. But I'm sure there's a look on here that you could profit off of. And best of luck to all the motherfuckers out there.
There you go. All right. Wishing you the best with your freshest looks, Dutch, here on the Sunday edition of the NBA Pub Hub. All right. My best bet. Yeah. Keeping it simple. Boston Celtics. I believe in this team. I will ride this team to the end of the earth off the loss. We know how amazing they've been in this situation. And I expect them to be amazing in that situation again tonight. They've shown they can win in Miami in this series. And I think they will do so again tonight here. So Boston minus 150. Against Miami in Game 7 to advance to the NBA Finals for my best bet here. Yeah, Jaylen Brown, a lot of love for Jaylen Brown props in the chat. He's got to be next in line after Tatum. And if for some reason Tatum's got a bad night, Brown's got to be huge. His point prop 24.5. So
hopefully he brings his handles tonight because sometimes he be leaving them handles.
Yeah, that's the thing. Value the basketball. No question about that. Imperative. That's when Boston's had trouble. The transition to Miami has struggled. They've struggled with that. When they turn it over, they're exposed. When they don't turn it over and they've got to they can put that half-court defense in there and play 5-on-5 defense against Miami, that's when they've been great.
That's exactly what it comes down to because I believe in the 3 losses, they got like 15 turnovers. In their 3 wins, they got single-digit turnovers, the Celtics. So that's really what it comes down to. Take care of the basketball.
Yep. Don't treat it like a hand grenade or else the hand grenade or the grenade's going to go off and you're going home tonight after Game 7. So that's an imperative must for the Celtics tonight.
I need money.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. Shout out to I need money.
Yeah,
absolutely. Over 8.5 points. Derek White, like I say, he was great in Game 6. Will he be able to bring it with him on the road now? Travel on the road with that offense of his here in Game 7 tonight should be great. All right, good stuff, guys. Great show. We're off till Thursday. A little bit of a break for the NBA Pub Hub, but we'll be back on Thursday this week, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, the day of Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and we'll break it all down. Side, totals, tons of player props, analysis as well. We'll have it all for you Thursday, Game 1, NBA Finals, NBA Pub Hub, right here on Pub Sports Radio. For Dutch and for Wham, I'm Ian Cameron. Enjoy Game 7 tonight. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you again on Thursday for the Game 1 NBA Finals edition of the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. A big shout out to our guys in the chat, AOD, 77 Figures, Jay Wills, MDR24, Mr. Moses. I see you, my guy, Van Lee, Sean Murphy, everybody in the chat, man, for joining us on a holiday weekend on a Sunday. And we appreciate y'all. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Man, y'all stay fresh.
And happy Memorial Day. I forgot that.
Man.
Enjoy it. We are out. We out.